Welcome back to Africa 54. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. Now, in Kayole, Islamic Kenya's capital, Nairobi, young boys and girls converge at least twice a week to work on their martial arts skills, staying clear of outside troubles. Now, the sport has provided most with a new lease on life, away from drugs, crime, and sometimes even death. Rai Lumbur reports.
Kayole Social Hall in Nairobi's Eastland area normally hosts meetings and gatherings of locals, but on weekends it becomes a training space for dozens of young athletes. Most, like Gabriel Aroka, are trying to change their lives.
If it wasn't for this sport, I really don't know where I would have been right now. I was probably dead since I was rolling with bad company. Yeah, I had to... For like this sport takes a lot of my time, so I don't get to spend a lot of time with my friends. So for one, my time has been valuable here than outside.
Aroka is talking about Muay, a combat sport originally from Thailand that uses stand-up striking and other clinching techniques. Many who have taken up the sport were once involved in criminal activities, according to Coach Gilbert Miruka.
They could be now smoking glue, maybe some of them may be doing weeds, some of them must be doing evil things like mugging. There's mugging, snatching. Yeah, when you put your clothes on the line, some of them might pick them and go and sell it so that they can get money for the stuff.
Miruka has been training Muay Thai fighters for 18 years, and some, like Aroka, have gone on to win local and international titles.
I can say that me being an inspiration to another youth, especially here in Kayole, it really means a lot, because I believe if I can change, what about the others? And since I have people who follow me around asking me, wanting to know when's the next game, I feel good and I feel honored.
Kayole is considered one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Nairobi. Unemployment, criminal activity, and police shootings are rampant. Coach Miruka says crime and violence could be reduced if the government helped Muay Thai fighters travel to Thailand for more training and competition.
What I believe, Muay Thai originated from Thailand, but we Kenyans, we are the best. If you're given the support and every stuff, you can bring more title belts in Nairobi.
In 2016, the International Olympic Committee recognized Muay Thai as a provisional Olympic sport. That means it could be a sport at the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo. Aroka and other fighters in Kenya are training for that possibility. Rai Lumbur for VOA News, Nairobi.
A project in Nigeria is using the creative arts to help people suffering from chronic illness such as sickle cell and cancer improve their emotional health. The participants engage in music, art, and dance therapy sessions, as well as mingle with other people facing similar challenges. Many of them testify to the positive effect on their ability to cope with their situation. Take a look.
Art therapy is rooted in the idea that creative expression can foster healing and mental well-being. In Lagos, Nigeria's commercial city, a painting project provides art therapy for people living with various chronic illnesses such as sickle cell and cancer. The participants and their caregivers engage in art and music sessions alongside their regular treatments during visits to Sickle Cell Foundation offices in the city. The activity requires teamwork and is meant to also promote engagement and interaction among participants. Peter Oshokoya has sickle cell disease, an inherited blood disorder that affects red blood cells with attendant episodes of pain and organ damage. He often visits the center to participate in the session.
It's therapeutic for me because it's fun. It gives you the ability to be creative when you're doing art, because art itself is, I won't just say creative, it brings out the best in you. That's what art does.
The program is run by a local non-governmental organization with support from various partners in the country and abroad. The organization works with children and youths living with cancer, sickle cell disease, Down syndrome and autism, amongst many other health conditions.
We understand that the arts has a role with almost everybody's healing. So it's not like we're just choosing one type of person to work with. We just really are working with people who are currently facing illness or sickness and who need something.
The program is also meant to help build relationships between patients, caregivers and healthcare workers. Oyedamola Fakiye is the director of the Arts in Medicine program.
When patients are involved in art, not just as a therapy, but if just their environment alone is, you put art everywhere.
Artists are invited to volunteer their services and hold performances once a week at hospitals and at the Sickle Cell Foundation Center. The project has benefited over 15,000 patients, caregivers and healthcare workers in Nigeria, Ghana and South Africa.
In Ivory Coast, an artist works hard for his money, painting scenes with pen, brush and paint, even though he has neither arms nor legs. VOA's Jim Rundle tells us how he does it.
Without arms or legs, artist Adama Traoré of Abidjan finds a unique way to make his art. Line by line, stroke by stroke, color by color. Missing limbs since birth, he attended a center for disabled youth at 9, where he learned ways to paint.
When I was a child, my mom sent me to this white lady named Marie Odile in the Center for the Disabled. I learned to paint there. I worked with gouache markers. Thanks to her, there were more than 100 disabled people in the center. The lady passed away and I ended up in the streets.
It was a difficult life after his teacher and mentor died. Just getting around was hard. Taxi drivers would not pick him up, assuming he had no money. But he kept painting colorful landscapes and portraits, earning some recognition and money. Traoré slowly built up savings from his artwork and used it to open a small art studio. He got married and now commutes to work by taxi. This driver, impressed by the artist's determination, now gives him both a ride and a bit of a discount on the fare.
Every day I pick him and drop him off, and the evening again. I take him back home. Honestly, money doesn't matter. It's courage.
Traoré says painting is therapeutic and lifts spirits.
Painting heals, painting boosts morale, painting cleans the spirit. Become Traoré Adama. If I didn't paint, I don't know what I would do. I can't be a carpenter, I can't be a mason, but I do paint. If I'm just sitting here, people would say, this one is doing nothing, he's a beggar. But when they see me working, they're saying, this one is a worker.
That work earns Traoré about $84 for each painting. Jim Randall, VOA News.
Well, and that's our show for today. You can also visit us online at voaafrica.com. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. Joker Rogers has the last word from Lagos.
We look forward to bringing you another show next week. ChannelsTV.com is your source for news and other programming. I'm Joker Rogers. Thanks for watching and goodbye.